Hello, Robert E. Lee. This is your General Testing Security Update for 2017. Everything you need to meet the annual requirement is right here on this training webpage. At the end of this video, you'll successfully complete a short quiz, print, initial, and sign the appropriate 2017 General Security Oath, and submit that oath to Elaine Fanchert. TEA requires this annual update of all staff members that could come in contact with secure materials at any time. Maintaining test security is the responsibility of all testing personnel, meaning that you will never inappropriately view, discuss, duplicate, or electronically capture any secure testing content. Secure materials must be monitored or locked in a secure location at all times, and all testing personnel must be trained and sign an oath before handling any testing materials. Secure testing materials could include student answer documents, test booklets, accommodated materials and manuals, online test content, reference charts, scratch paper that's been used. When in doubt, it's safe to consider it secure. Districts are required to provide all eligible students in attendance with an opportunity to test. Students are required to complete the test within the allowable time for each administration. This includes recording all answers on their answer document. The 2017 Test Security Supplement Manual will be released in the next week. It will include clarifying information regarding removing and covering instructional displays with examples. Below is some drafted language already released. It will also include TELPAS security information that was implemented in 2016. TELPAS raters must complete calibration activities in a monitored, secure testing environment. Raters must complete calibration before rating any students. Any notes taken during calibration must be shredded. Unallowable assistance during calibration is considered a serious testing irregularity. A testing irregularity is any conduct or incident that deviates from documented testing procedures. TEA views irregularities in two categories: serious and procedural. TEA considers serious irregularities as deliberate or intentional. They constitute severe violations of test security or confidentiality. They must be investigated by the district coordinator immediately and require TEA contact. Serious irregularities could include changing or altering an examinee's response, providing, suggesting, or indicating a test question response, aiding or assisting an examinee with a response or an answer to a secure test question, identifying incorrect responses. This could even include gestures, head nods, or movements. Solving questions in a test, duplicating, recording, or electronically capturing confidential test content, viewing a test before, during, or after an assessment, discussing, disclosing the contents of any portion of a secure test are also considered serious irregularities. Failure to report any of these activities, encouraging or assisting in any of these activities would also be considered a serious irregularity. Please take a moment to review these procedures and practices that will help you avoid serious irregularities. Procedural irregularities are clerical, accidental, or just human error. They're minor errors that do not cause a severe breach in security or confidentiality, but do require local documentation in order to create a plan of action. Procedural irregularities are typically accidents that can be easily avoided. Please take a minute to look over the next few slides. These are simple testing practices that can help prevent big headaches. Violation of testing security or confidentiality could result in a student's test not being scored or invalidated. Serious irregularities could put your teaching certificate at risk. Most irregularities, however, if reported immediately, can be corrected without affecting student tests. All staff members are required to report any testing error or incident immediately. Test administrators or relief should notify their area monitor. Area monitors will contact the testing coordinator. Staff members involved in or observing a testing irregularity of any type may be asked to complete a descriptive statement form. This form collects information so the test coordinator can determine the type of irregularity, whether it needs to be reported, and develop a plan of action to prevent it from happening again. A good rule of thumb on testing days is to never assume anything. Ask questions about anything you're unsure of, and contact your area monitor or campus testing coordinator immediately if you have questions or concerns. Remember, most incidents can be corrected without affecting student scores when reported and corrected quickly. Here are the upcoming state testing windows, specific dates, including the anticipated score reporting dates. February, March, and April will continue to be busy with TELPAS, March EOCs, and STAR alternate continuing to overlap. STAR EOC and TAX summer administrations have moved to June 19th through the 23rd, which means summer EOC reporting could be back as soon as July 28th. Don't forget, all Robert E. Lee testing dates can be found on the Staff Assessment Calendar, which is posted on the Robert E. Lee Staff Resources page. STAR Test Administration Manuals for 2017 were just posted online yesterday and should arrive in paper form very soon. They will be issued before each test administration and must be returned shortly after. The 2017 Test Administrator Manuals will include some updated vocabulary. Allowable test administration procedures and materials are now referred to as accessibility features. Type 1 accommodations or linguistic accommodations are now called designated supports. Type 2 accommodations are now called designated supports requiring TEA approval. The 2017 manual will continue to include combined scripts for online administrations. It has been revised to include directions for students receiving new embedded supports. All students testing online with embedded supports must have practice through the use of online tutorials. The manual also includes specific information about accommodations and oral administration that must be read by the test administrator prior to the administration of the test. It also includes special considerations for English language learners, and also reiterates that all test administrators must have training from the campus coordinator regarding oral administration prior to testing. All test administrators, relief, and monitors will attend test-specific training sessions prior to each administration. Test administrators and relief will receive administration manuals to tab and review in preparation for testing day. Manuals and additional resources for the Student Assessment Program are always posted online for reference. These and other resource links, additional testing dates, and information can also be found on the Robert E. Lee Assessment webpage. You're almost finished. Successfully complete the short quiz, print, initial, and sign the appropriate 2017 General Security Oath, and submit that oath to Eleni Fancher in order to complete your General Security training for 2017.